Cindy.
I'm Lacey.
And we both work at Thomas C. Kearns Elementary School.
We have been doing this process together, so we thought it would be fitting to do our video reflection together as well.
So I figured I could start by asking you a question. Yeah? How do you think this process has enlightened you about technology use in our school?
I think that one of the first big things I noticed was all of the technology that we do have available. I didn't realize that there was so much available to us and there was so much that wasn't being used. So I think that's probably the biggest thing for me.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I didn't realize that we had so many things that were outdated in our school either until doing that research inventory. It was very enlightening.
I would agree. I would definitely agree with that. Why did we pick Discovery Education as a deficit in our school if the district is already paying for it for us?
That's a good question. So whenever we were doing our research, one thing that we noticed was that teachers were not using Discovery Education, and it's pretty expensive to be paid for. And you and I are lucky because we have been trained over the last year or so. We're in this little cohort of 4 other teachers, and we've been trained on different aspects of Discovery, and we've only breached the surface. And it is this incredible resource with, help me out here.
Strategies, instructional videos, full lesson plans that are ready for you to use.
Virtual
reality, songs on there. There's just a plethora of strategies and tools that you can use on that website. And
some of them are technology related, some of them are not.
Yep. So I think that Discovery Education was definitely a deficit within our school. And I think that one of the main reasons for that probably is lack of training. Like you said, with us being a digital leader for our school and for our district, we get that training. But there are 30 or so more teachers in our school who don't get that training.
Yeah.
With Discovery Education offering so many tools, I think that it takes a lot of time to research and to really figure out how those tools work for you with your classroom and with your students. And as teachers, we know we don't have a lot of time. And I think too, just trying to understand all of those tools kind of on your own and how to incorporate them and how to use them takes a lot of time, and it takes training.
So, and we just didn't have it, and our teachers weren't using it. So from that point, we decided this was a big deficit, especially if it's something that is being paid for and we're not using. So we chose to focus on that for our school.
Yep.
What process do you think was the most beneficial for addressing our deficit?
I really think that we started off with the teacher surveys, and I think that was definitely a great tool for us to use to really find out what teachers in the school were using and what they weren't. And I think by doing that, we really saw that Discovery Education was a deficit in our school. The second survey that we gave really went into depth about how teachers use it, when they use it, how often how comfortable they feel using it. I think that was definitely a great tool that we used. I think as well, our research that we did, we found that there was a lot of research out there that said that there's a lot of benefits to using Discovery Education, and it really stood behind our district's decision to pay for this tool for us.
Yeah, and they were both scholarly and non-scholarly articles that were praising the wealth of resources that platform offered.
Yeah, I agree.
And so we actually implemented a staff training, and that went really well. So that was one step into addressing the deficit.
Yeah.
Was actually doing that training. We started off really small, just taught some of the SOS strategies that Discovery offers for teachers.
Yeah, and I had several teachers come up to me the day after and even the week after and just tell me, hey, I use that strategy in my classroom. You know, I'm glad you guys taught me about that. That was awesome. So I think that even just our small, simple staff training already was having a positive effect on the deficit within our school.
I agree.
So, all right. Overall, how do you feel this entire process has prepared us or you for future technology employment opportunities?
Oh, well, it's been a great class. I think I learned a lot. I feel really confident in taking data analyzing that data in order to find what is being functional and what is not within a school, and then from there making a plan to help impact different technologies, choosing technologies or seeing what is already there that's not being utilized. I have a pretty good strong grasp on how to research products.
I would agree with that.
That was an interesting
just step in the
step to
process.
learn.
I think that's something that for me, maybe I struggled with a little bit, just trying to find the 5 scholarly and the 5 non-scholarly articles, and really just making sure that they were credible articles. It wasn't just something quick. It was something that really gave me a good insight on how beneficial discovery education truly is. And I think that after finding all 10 articles and really trying to figure out how to find them, I would think personally I've made some great progress in that, in really learning how to find great research, because in the future I'm gonna have to do the same thing for other technology, changes that are gonna come, and I think that it has helped me to make a detailed plan for that change, so I can present that to administrators and stakeholders along the way and show them that there's research to back this up, and so that it would be a good change or plan for us to make with whatever is coming forth.
Exactly. So you're not just going along with the trend or going with what this school or that school or this organization said was good. You have the research to back it up, and that way, like you said, administrators and stakeholders can be behind you 100% when you do submit that detailed plan.
I agree. I think overall, I learned a lot. I think it was really cool to be able to work with you, having you, 1, as my best friend, and 2, a fellow teacher in the school that we already work together on the digital leader core that we do. I think overall I've learned a lot, and it was a great positive experience.
Agreed. High five.
Good job.
Yes.